It's Sunday, January 11, 2015. Can you believe it? Guess what happens this year? February the 1st, Jerry and I will be married 40 years. That's a 4 with a 0 after it. 40 years. Can you believe it? We should do something. We really should. Jerry and I never go on vacations. All we do is go back and forth from Edmond to here, and we never go on vacations. And now that we have 2 dogs and 2 cats, I don't know if we'll ever be able to. But it's a fun thought. I don't know. We really should do something. For our 25th wedding anniversary, we went on a cruise, and I decided I am not the cruise type. In my opinion, it's nothing but a floating hotel out in the middle of the ocean, and I was not impressed at all. So, anyway, we won't do that. So, what am I here to tell you today? This morning, Sunday, so of course we went to our Cornerstone Church, John Hagee out of San Antonio, Texas, and he preached this morning, and the subject of the sermon was Trust Thou God. It was very good. He said that the government is the problem and the Bible has the solution. And so I totally agree with that. And it was very good. And if any of you would like to hear a really good sermon at any time, go to getv.org. And there is a program on there called, what is it called? It's a weekly thing where Matthew, the son, and his wife do a show, and it's very good. I really enjoy it. Gosh, I wish I could think of it. I can't think of the name right now, but I'll tell you when I do think of it. So anyway, I wanted to tell you about Terry. Now, Terry and I were supposed to get together on Christmas with our husbands, and we were going to have dinner. She was going to make beer chicken, which I have no clue what beer chicken is, but she was going to make beer chicken, and I was going to make the vegetables and the potatoes, and she was going to do a dessert. I don't know. Between the two of us, we were going to come up with a Christmas dinner and have it here at my house. Well, as it turned out, I was in Edmond, and she ended up having family for Christmas. So we haven't gotten together yet. And so here it is, January the 11th already. So she came by here, it was either Friday or Saturday, and when she was here, I had bought her a CD of a group that I really like called Canton Junction. They're a group out of that church I just told you about. And I had bought her a CD and just wrapped it with paper and put a bow on it because I was going to give it to him Christmas Day. So when I gave it to her, she said, "Oh, I have your present at my house." And I thought, oh my God, I hope she doesn't feel like she has to go home and come up with a present for me because I gave her one. I had an issue with a friend one time. I love giving people presents. And I had this really good friend one time, and I guess I gave her too many presents or something. And she emailed me one time, and she said, "I'd like to stop this stressful tradition of exchanging gifts." And oh, it broke my heart. I was just absolutely crushed. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, you know, can you give somebody too many gifts to where they feel bad, and they feel like if you give them 2, they've got to give you 2, and if you give them 3, they have to give you 3, and if you spend $10, they got to spend $10. And I thought, you know, I must have created a monster there and didn't even realize it. So anyway, I'm kind of skeptical about giving gifts to new friends. So anyway, I gave her this CD. And then she went home, and I went home, and a couple days passed, and she came back yesterday. And when she came back yesterday, she had my Christmas present, and I have to show you what it was. I absolutely love it. Now, you know, God made Terry just for me because I prayed for her. I prayed that God would send me a friend that loved to sew and loved to quilt and could somehow find it in her heart to actually like me. And so, oh my goodness, God more than answered my prayer. So, this is what Terry gave me. Now, I don't know if Terry knits. You know, she sews, you know, she quilts. I don't know if she knits or not. But this is crochet, and she loves to crochet. She showed me pictures of these little darling animal hats she made for all her grandbabies last year. They were just darling. So anyway, this is how it works. She said she made it really, really long because she's short. And she thinks I'm tall. I'm 5'5". And she thinks she's short. And I said, "Dear Lord, nobody's shorter than Philly." I have to kid Philly all the time for being short. So anyway, this is what you do. Even though it's really, really long, you fold it in half, and then you put one of the tails through the loop, and then you put your hand in the loop and you turn it and you put the other tail in. See? Like that. And I've kind of lost track of it here. I need a mirror. And so then, this is how you wear it inside your coat. And Terry didn't even know this, but I actually have a nice coat that's red. So, perfect match. It is really pretty. She told me, I told her I never know what kind of yarn to choose. When I go to a yarn store, I know nothing about it. And this is really soft. I love it. And it's got kind of a silver glittery thread going through it. But she said this is double thread. She said the thread was kind of thin, so she just doubled it. Mike, how do you even do that? You like pull it and pull it and pull it and pull it and find the middle and start, oh, no. I bet you just use 2 skeins, duh, and pull the 2 threads at the same time. But she said she crocheted 2 threads to make this scarf. So anyway, I just love it. She also put it in a little coffee mug that she found. And guess where she found it? You know, my blog is called Joyful Expressions. It had a label on the bottom, and she said she got it at a Christian bookstore. I think it was in Phoenix. And the bookstore was called Joyful Blessings. How cute is that? So anyway, I want to tell you something else about Terry. Terry and her husband actually are members of our real church. We have a real church that we joined 20 years ago when we first came down here to Kingston. There's a church in Durant called Victory Life, and the preacher there is Dwayne Sheriff, and he's been there the whole time that we've been there. Well, at some point a few years ago, my allergies got so bad that I had to quit going, because we would go, and the church is absolutely packed, always. If you can even find a seat, you're lucky. And I would find a seat and sit there, and I would go early, so I like to be in the front row, okay? So I would find my seat, second row back maybe, and somebody would come that'd taken a bath in perfume and sit right next to me. I'd say, Jerry, we have to move. That like he'd say, I know, I can smell her. So we'd get up and we'd move over to the next section. Well, then here come 4 or 5 teenage girls and sit next to us or in front of us and behind us, and they all took a bath in perfume. And so again, oh, Jerry, my eyes are burning, my nose is starting, we got to move. I mean, and Jerry, how he stands me, I don't know. So then we would move up to the balcony. And usually I was pretty safe in the balcony, but the problem was I had already been exposed to the perfume down on the first floor. And so once I got to the balcony, the tears had started, my throat was swelling up, my nose was running, I was miserable. So we actually quit going once we were able to get church on our big screen. And so that's where we watch. We watch the actual live service on our big screen in the other room. And we can watch our church or we can watch Cornerstone, either one. So, anyway, telling you that to tell you, Terry and her husband belong to our church, Victory Life. And they are very, very involved in the church. And they have decided to do the job, volunteer job, of helping with the tape. It's not called the tape table, Julie. The CD table. Maybe they call it the CD table. But our preacher has, hundreds of tape. Joy, quit saying tape. CDs. In the little folders, you know, there may be 2, 3, 4 CDs in it, and it's a series, like on marriage. Oh my gosh, his ones on marriage are so good. Or on, I don't know, anything, addictions. He's got one on homosexuality. He's got just everything that he preaches, he makes in these little packages, and he gives them away for free. You can go into our church, and there's bookshelves, wall-to-wall, lining the front, full of these packages, and you can just go and take all you want. It's just an amazing ministry, and it's wonderful that he gives them away. So anyway, Terry and Doug have decided to go to the meetings to do this CD table. So there was a meeting in Phoenix, Arizona, and Andrew Womack was there, and our preacher Dwayne Sheriff was going there. And so Terry and Doug flew there to help with the CD tables. And I'm trying to hurry up because this is my slow internet house. So while they were there, they met these missionaries. And the missionaries are missionaries in Nicaragua. And they're just 2 ordinary looking husband and wife. You wouldn't even dream. And they went there and they built a school for the underprivileged children, for poor kids. And their school has become so popular and so packed full that there's not room to take any more children. And there's a lot more children that need to go. So the government of Nicaragua has actually given them land to build a new school. And so they go to these meetings to try to collect money for their mission. Missions, how do you call it? Anyway, for their school. So Terry and Doug met them and talked to them. And as Terry was talking to the lady and getting to know her, she found out that they need clothes for the kids. Now, I don't know what they do for the boys, but for the girls have been getting what's called those pillowcase dresses. I don't know if y'all have seen on the internet, but I've seen it before, where they take a pillowcase and they cut the bottom off of it and they put the straps on the top. And the missionary lady said she does not like them. She said they just hang from the kids, and she just doesn't like them. So she came up with a way to have a more structured garment to give these girls. And what she's using is tank tops, the same tank tops that I think Terry said the Banana Republic uses. And I don't remember if she said the Banana Republic gave her hundreds of these tank tops or sold them to her. But one way or another, she has stacks and stacks of these different size tank tops. And what you do is you take the tank top and you sew a cotton skirt to the bottom of it. And Terry's going to come over this week and she's going to bring me the directions on how you alter the tank top and how you do the skirt. And we're going to sew those for the girls down there and help the missions. You also can support one of the kids for $10 a month, and so Jerry and I are going to do that too, but that's another thing. So anyway, as I find out more about it, I'll let you know, and maybe some of you ladies out there want to help me sew little garments with Terry to send to Nicaragua to their new school. So Terry told me that some lady came up to the missionary lady and said, do you guys have any projects going on or something like that? And the lady told her about the school she was building, and the woman gave her $500,000. Isn't God good? So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to upload this right away, and have a really wonderful week. This is Joy signing off for now. Bye!